battle against Texas Southern University as we're getting ready for the starting lineups and, of course, the tip-off. There'll be no national anthem as we did that in the first game. Donovan, of course, the Grambling Tigers lost a tough game against Prairie View A&M on Saturday night. Now they get ready to come back here in this game, and it's going to be very important to get a big start, and they have to stop Etienne with 27 in the game against Jackson State.
Absolutely. I was able to talk to Ivy Smith Jr. a little bit before the women's game, actually, and he said the one thing that they got on their mind is redemption. They want to be able to come back and, you know, amend that loss on their schedule, so they know they have to come back and they got to come back tough.
The other thing in talking about this team, you talk about some guys that really stepped up to the plate in the game against Prairie View A&M University. Cam stepped up. You start taking a look at Ivy. He had a great game. But I think one of the things that we start looking at in this context and how important this is for this team to win is they've got to start fast, and they do not need any bad plays. We're going to take a break on the TV side. When we come back, there's no national anthem.
State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester.
Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be.
In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
St. Louis, Eden Ewing, a 6'8 senior from Richmond, Texas. Bryson Etienne, a 6'3 junior from Houston. John Jones, a 6' junior from Baton Rouge, transfer from Nevada. And Justin Hopkins, a 6'5 redshirt junior from Huntsville, Alabama. The head coach for Texas Southern University is Johnny Jones. And, of course, the assisted by Randy Peel, Sharon Chapman, and J.D. Williams, along with Brandon Chambers. So that is your Texas Southern University lineup. Rosas, Ewing, and, of course, Etienne, really a tough basketball player. All right, now we get ready to look at this Grambling State University Tiger basketball team as they come into this game trying to get another win. They've lost 2 in a row now. They lost against Southern University. They lost against Alcorn State University. Then they lost against Prairie View. So they lost 2 in a row. Let's take a look at the starting lineups now for the Grambling State University Tigers. Tavell Cunningham, who has really been instrumental for this Grambling team, a unique player. Coach Jackson talked about him. Ivy Smith, Christian Cameron, Trayvon Bunch, and Devontae Jackson. And I want to talk about those big guys, Bunch and Jackson, who had such a big game against Prairie View.
Absolutely. You talk about having a big game. You know, they were actually working together. They were working alongside one another a lot that game. So hopefully they can have, you know, more of a camaraderie and more of a type of brother bond to where they can have a non-talking, non-speaking communication, because a lot between those two, ooh.
Real tough. Absolutely. All right, let's get ready for the opening tip-off. First of all, we want to thank all of our fine sponsors. And one of the sponsors we want to recognize is our good friends at Coors Miller Brewing Company. Of course, Coors, great sponsors of our Grambling State University Athletic Department. We want to thank them for all of their support. And, of course, Quicken Loans. Make sure you go and see our good friends there. We'll have information on the Grambling State University Athletic website on our Quicken Loans page. All right, getting ready for the opening tip. Johnny Jones, of course, formerly at LSU, stayed there for a while, and now the head coach at Texas Southern University, and getting ready for this big game against this Grambling Tiger team, which really needs a win here before going on the road.
Absolutely. You want to be able to go hit the road with some momentum, so they definitely won't have to take care of business right here if they want, you know, anything on their side for that long road trip.
All right, final instructions being received by the Grambling State University Tiger basketball team, our Southwestern Athletic Conference officiating crew, getting ready to come out and get this game started. As a matter of fact, we talked about officiating that last game that we had. Of course, there were a few controversial calls. It could have went either way. And I think that one thing Coach Freddie Murray talked about in the post-game show is, no matter what goes on, you got to be in control of your own destiny, not making mistakes at the end of the ball game.
Absolutely. One thing, unforced turnovers, unforced errors, especially when they're self-inflicting.
Opening tip won by the Grambling State University Tigers, and controlling the ball is Travell Cunningham. In between the circles now to Devontae Jackson. Now inside to Cam Christian. Shot up, no good. Ball tipped around, and it goes out of bounds off of Grambling, and Texas Southern will get the ball back. Cam Christian, that 6'6" redshirt sophomore from Allen, Texas, transfer from Boise State. No score here, and Texas Southern will have the basketball. Controlling it for Texas Southern University is Justin Hopkins. Now to Etienne. Rosas back to the point with John Jones. Now back to Rosas, shot up, no good. Rosas a double-double in the ball game against Jackson State University. Ivy Smith Jr. will get the ball to Cunningham. 19:05 remaining here in this first half of play. To Ivy Smith Jr., ball tipped. Devontae Jackson takes a long jumper up, no good. And now coming back the other way, Grambling gets the ball after a Texas Southern steal, and the first 2 points of the ball game by Cunningham. Rudolph is in the ball game for Grambling State University, a late addition to the lineup. Texas Southern now with the ball in a turnover. Here comes Cunningham. Cunningham out to Ivy Smith Jr. Pop shot, no good. And the rebound by Eden Ewing. Etienne with the basketball. He's defended by Ivy Smith. There's a long shot by John Jones. Up good, three-point shot. And Texas Southern takes the lead 3-2 with 18:09 remaining here in this first half of play.
Able to catch him a little bit lacking. There was a communication flaw between Cunningham and Smith, so an easy three to catch them napping.
Grambling basketball. Here's Ivy Smith Jr. to Rudolph. Now back out to Ivy Smith. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Devontae Jackson, a three-pointer, no good. Cam Christian with the rebound. Fresh 30-second shot clock now for the Grambling Tigers. Back out to Cunningham, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot up, no good. And the rebound by Rosas, and here comes Texas Southern. Etienne for three, no good. And Cam Christian with the rebound. Still 3-2 our score. 17:15 remaining here in this first half of action.
Deep two for Cunningham. That's in and out.
And here comes Etienne for Texas Southern University. Etienne will run the point. 6'3" junior from Houston, transfer from Temple College. Gets the ball out now to Eden Union. Near steal. Bounce pass into the corner. It's going to be a blocking foul charge.
No shot.
Randolph is going to be charged with the foul.
Ewing wanted the and one, but they're saying no because it went over the backboard. I believe that was his deal, or just not continuation. Either way, Texas Southern has the ball now. Three on the way.
Good off the backboard. And that's John Jones. 6-2 now our score. Grambling trailing. 16:25 remaining here in the first half of play. Smith now with the basketball. And a foul coming up on the floor. And I believe that foul is going to be charged to Eden Ewing. That is his first personal. first team foul on Texas Southern.
Now, Tariq Armstrong checks into the game now for Texas Southern. John Jones is going to have a minute to sit down. Looks like he's having trouble breathing over there.
When he comes out of the ball game, it looks like he may have asthma. I'm not sure. Here's Smith, crossover by Smith, and a floater is good.
Put that in the highlight package.
.64 now our score. Grambling trailing, three-pointer on the way up, no good by Justin Hopkins, the 6'5" redshirt junior from Huntsville, Alabama. And now here comes Grambling. Cunningham with the basketball. Slashes in the paint. Off the window, good. Cunningham with a heck of a shot. And that's one of the things Coach Jackson spoke about in the pregame. He is a slasher. Etienne, a shot, 15-foot jumper. It's good. Ivy Smith Jr. down the paint. Back out to Cam Christian. Fake. Goes in, and it's going to be a foul on the floor against Texas Southern. And that foul is going to be charged to Yahuza Rassas, and that's his first personal. We have a timeout on the floor with the score of the Grambling State University Tigers trailing 8-6, 15-10 remaining here in this first half of play. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
Is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester.
Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be.
In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Tigers right now trail Texas Southern University 8-6 with 15-10 remaining here in this first half of play. And, you know, when you start taking a look at both of these teams and what they mean to each other as far as what some of these players mean to one another, we look at Tariq Armstrong, not in the game right now for Texas Southern. He's averaging right around 14.5 points a game, but Devontae Jackson, 13.5 points in this, averaging that per game. And a three-pointer by Ivy Smith Jr. coming out of the timeout, and Grambling takes a lead, 9-8.
That's one of the things that having a big man like Devontae Jackson on the floor does. A double team was on him on the inside, and that left Ivy Smith at the top of the key wide open for three.
9-8 our score, Grambling on top. Now with the basketball is Hopkins. He's trying to find someone open. His ball is on the floor. And it goes back to Grambling off of the hands of Eden Ewing.
Nice defense, staying with the defender, staying with the picks. Now Bunch comes into the game.
Into the ball game now for Texas Southern University. .30 remaining in this first half of play. Jethro Shisumpa coming into the contest.
This is a matchup to see, Armstrong versus Ivy Smith.
Armstrong did not start in this ball game, and that's a travel.
That's a travel.
9-8 our score, Grambling on top with 14-16 remaining here in this first half of play. Armstrong with the basketball, now to Etienne. Etienne to Rosas, now to Armstrong. 12 left on the shot clock. Shot up, no, that's going to be blocked out of there by Trayvon Bunch. Etienne with a floating jumper, and it's good. So Bunch did a great job on the block, but unfortunately Etienne was right there on the rebound and an easy floater for the bucket.
That's what happens sometimes when you get second chance opportunities. They come easier than first chance.
Ivy Smith with the basketball. He's defended by Armstrong. Devontae Jackson losing the ball out of bounds. It was tipped by Texas Southern, and it will go back to Grambling.
Ivy Smith going to inbound it now with 11 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And a foul away from the ball.
On the floor. And that's going to be on Rosas. And for him, that'll be his second personal. And he'll have to come out of the ball game. We're going to keep him in there. Hopkins will come out. Now Rosas will come out of the ball game. Texas Southern setting up their out-of-bounds play. I should say Grambling, rather. And Trayvon Bunch right there for the big dunk. Left wide open inside the paint. And that time a pick was set, and Chisumpa was not paying attention and left Trayvon Bunch wide open inside to Chisumpa. Inside, shot up, no good. Put back by Chris Baldwin is up and no good, and a foul coming up on Grambling. Great job on the rebound by Chris Baldwin, and he goes to the free throw line for Texas Southern University.
We were going to talk about that dunk that Trayvon Bunch had on the other side. He was actually freed up by Cam Christian, who actually acted as a decoy, called for the ball, got the attention of not one, but two Texas Southern defenders. And you can't leave a man the size of Trayvon Bunch open, wide open in the paint.
Yeah, that's what Coach Johnny Jones was telling him, is that you got to be careful.
Second free throw up, no good. So now we're tied off at 11. Ball inside the Bunch. Ivy tried to save it, lost it, but stepped out of bounds, so now Texas Southern head the other way.
Texas Southern University, they are averaging right at about 70 points a ball game. Tariq Armstrong again leading scorer, 14 and a half a game, did not start. Three-pointer by Etienne, no good. Texas Southern with the rebound. Now Armstrong one-on-one with Ivy Smith. Gets this ball to Chris Baldwin, shot up and good. Prince Moss now in the ball game now for Grambling State University, along with A.J. Gaston. And it's a foul in the open floor on Armstrong. So Armstrong, the 5'10" senior from Houston, Texas, with the foul. Quite a few transfers came in that are from Houston but went to other schools. Ivy Smith Jr. Now out to Cunningham. 10 on the shot clock. Armstrong on Cunningham. Now over to Prince Moss. Moss inside as Trayvon Bunch goes in for the shot, no good, but a foul coming up. Prince Moss, nice job getting it inside to Trayvon Bunch, and Bunch drawing the foul. Timing on the floor with the score. The Grambling State University Tigers trail Texas Southern University 13-11 with 11:54 remaining in this first half of play. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hamdi Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. Right before the timeout, Prince Moss with a great pass inside to Trayvon Bunch, drawing the foul. And now Grambling State University will have a chance to put 2 on the board on the free throw line with 11:54 remaining in this first half of play. 13-11, Texas Southern on top. Santoria Black along with Donovan Travis bringing you tonight's game on Sports Talk 97.7 and GSU TV. And don't forget, coming up next weekend, Grambling will be on the road at Jackson State University. The doubleheader will begin at 3 p.m. Trayvon Bunch can't hit the first free throw. Something that they did pretty well the other night, shooting the free throws.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of games can be won and lost at the free throw line, so you definitely got to make do with what you can. And the second one is missed as well.
So the Grambling Tigers right now trail 13-11 still. Nice fake there by Armstrong. Ball goes out of bounds off of Texas Southern. Grambling gets the ball back. Ivy Smith Jr. averaging right at about 14 points a ball game. He's in the top 20 in the nation in assists per game. Here is Prince Moss for 3, air ball. Trayvon Bunch tried to get the ball back, but tipped it out of bounds.
And Grambling State turned up the pressure now on full court on Texas Southern. Texas Southern able to break it, but Grambling State still in defense. And a floater.
Yep.
That's good.
Etienne gets that floater. He just took the ball off the pass, hit a 15-foot jumper. Coach is yelling screen. Cunningham with the ball far side against Etienne, and that's going to be a carrying violation. And it goes back to Texas Southern. Cam Christian coming back into the ball game, taking out A.J. Gaston. 15-11 our score. Grambling trailing with 10:41 remaining until halftime. We'll go over the schedule in the Southwestern Athletic Conference coming up at halftime on Sports Talk 97.7. Also, a little bit of review of the conference championship games tomorrow. Or I should say that happened this past weekend. I think Green Bay still has not shown up for that game. Talk about that foolishness in a little while.
Oh, it's foolishness.
Foolishness. Prince Moss Jr. to Cunningham. Cross-court pass to Cam Christian, three-pointer, no good. Ball tipped, and Susumta with the rebound.
And Armstrong tried to throw a no-look pass, but intercepted right there was Cam Christian.
Susumta has the task of trying to defend Trayvon Bunch. And now it's going to be a foul. It's going to be an offensive foul. Charged to Grambling. That'll be charged to Cunningham, and that'll be his first.
I believe so.
15-11 still our score. Grambling trailing with 9:40 remaining here in this first half of action. Etienne, left side now to Jordan Andrews. Back to Etienne, top of the key. Baldwin calling for the ball. Now a three-pointer on the way by Andrews, no good. Texas Southern with the rebound. Now Etienne will take a three-pointer from the top of the key, no good. And the ball will land in the hands of Cunningham. Cunningham, long pass to Cam Christian. Two-hand dunk by Cam Christian. 15-13 the score, and quickly Grambling on the other end defending. Shusumpa. Little hook up, no good. Cam Christian with the rebound. Christian down the left side to Cunningham. Cunningham defended by Armstrong. Ivy Smith Jr. open. Nice crossover. Tried to get it inside the bunch. It goes out of bounds off of Shusumpa, and it will stay with Grambling State University. Devontae Jackson will take out Ivy Smith to give him a quick breather. And for Texas Southern University, they will bring Justin Hopkins back in the ball game. 8:46 remaining here in the first half of play. 15-13 our score. Cam Christian gets the ball off of the inbound pass by Cunningham at the free throw line. Try to get the bounce pass inside to Bunch. It rolls off of his foot, and Texas Southern will get the ball back.
Ball just went on the ground and off the foot.
Pass was a little bit low and hit off of his foot, and nothing he could really do.
It was the bounce pass that he wanted. The problem was he put the bounce pass too far.
Yeah. 15-13 our score, 8:39 remaining here in the first half of play. Johnny Jones, former coach at LSU, coming to Texas Southern University, trying to change the culture, said that he wanted to try and get to the tournament this year. Dante Jackson trying to take the Grambling State University Tigers to the tournament. Shot up, no good, way off the mark. Trayvon Bunch with the rebound. Whoa, that's going to be no blocking foul on Armstrong.
And Armstrong cannot believe it.
When you take a look at how that happened, Armstrong moved into a space while Cunningham was already in the air. There was nothing he could do about it. Fair call by the official. Prince Moss Jr. will get the ball inbounded to Cunningham. Cunningham got his pocket picked. Going through traffic. Here comes Cunningham. It's going to be a foul, and the shot is good. It's a bad foul there by Grambling. That foul is going to be on Prince Moss.
That's the first basket for Tariq Armstrong. Gotta imagine we're going to be saying his name a lot this game.
Here, Armstrong, of course, one of those guys that is a very aggressive player to the inside. And unfortunately for Grambling, foul on the fast break. Missed free throw. Moss with the rebound.
We're only down 4 right now. 17-13 is our score. Moving the ball around now into the hands of Cunningham. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Inside at the top to Bunch. Bunch, he goes to work.
And Bunch trying to find something open. He gets to
4
Cunningham.
seconds.
And Cunningham, a long shot, no good. And with the rebound for Texas Southern University is John Jones. Jones had a hard time breathing.
Wraparound pass.
Nope. Shot up, no good by Eden Ewing. Grambling gets the ball back here. 7:11 remaining in the first half. 17-13, Grambling trailing. Cam Christian looking to the inside. Now back to Cunningham. Gets it to Trayvon Bunch. And Cam Christian, boy, he was bumped as he was going through the paint by Armstrong. And the ball out of control. They're going to call Cam Christian with a foul. And so we'll have a timeout on the floor with the score. The Grambling State University Tigers trail 17-13. We'll take this timeout. You're listening and watching Grambling State University basketball. We'll be right back. University, Bryson Etienne and John Jones, both with 6 points in the contest. But one of the numbers that is going to be important, 6 turnovers by Texas, points off of turnovers. Texas Southern 6, Grambling none.
Definitely got to make them pay with the turnovers that they have. So if you can't convert on turnovers and get points off those turnovers, it's going to be a long day.
Texas Southern with the ball.
Ball partially tipped by, that's Randolph, but Randolph comes down with the ball. Inside, now to Jackson. Jackson goes up, no good.
Here comes Texas Southern University. Jamari Redis with the basketball. Here is Chris Baldwin with the ball.
Goes up.
No good. And Eaton Ewing is having some problems too, getting a good angle on the rebound. Ivy Smith Jr. bounce pass to Devontae Jackson. Jackson goes up, can't hit the shot, no good. Back to Jackson. Shot block, goes back in, gets the bucket. He doesn't get the bucket, but a foul coming up.
Nice job staying with the ball. Staying with it, being able to get it and go right back up with it. Either they were going to foul you or you were going to score.
So Devontae Jackson going to the free throw line. Getting the first free throw. 17-14 now, Grambling trailing, 5:52 remaining in the first half of play. Second free throw up, no good. Chris Baldwin with the rebound for Texas Southern.
Ball tipped to Prince Moss.
And Moss gets the bucket. That's 3 straight points there for Grambling. Moss nearly got the turnover. Sumpa coming back into the ball game for Texas Southern. And he was going to come into the ball game. He was trying to ask Chris Baldwin who he had on defense. Redis, the freshman from Houston, Texas, in the ball game. John Jones, driving, shooting, shot up, no good. Prince Moss with the rebound, gets it off to Ivy Smith Jr. Now to Devontae Jackson, swinging it to the far side to Prince Moss. Far corner to Devontae Jackson. Nice wide open pass out to Randolph, and he gets the dunk.
Now Ivy Smith telling everybody, come on, full court pressure.
John Jones a three-pointer, no good. Prince Moss with the rebound for Grambling. I'll tell you what, I just want to see Prince Moss in a fast break situation. Here's Cam Christian for 3. Good! Timeout, Texas Southern. Grambling on an 8-0 run. 21-17 now, Grambling on top with 4:49 remaining here in this first half of play. And we'll keep it right here. Bryson Etienne now will come into the ball game.
You know, you talked about you want to see Prince Moss in a fast break situation. So do I. And as we're looking at, if you're watching GSU TV, the upcoming games for the men's basketball team, they're going to head to play Jackson State at Jackson State Saturday, January 25th. They also have another matchup with Arkansas Pine Bluff the very next week. And then also after that game, they had to play Mississippi Valley State. They will return home to play their arch rival, Southern University, February 8th. That is a while without a home game.
Yep. And, you know, they had to come from behind to beat Southern University in Baton Rouge. Lost a tough game at Alcorn State University. So now if you're Grambling, one of the things that you have to be able to do is you got to go on the road. And, you know, if you can get 2 out of 3 on the road, that's a good thing because that means you come back home for 2.
Texas Southern bringing the ball up court now. Inside, Eaton warm.
Oh, that's a bucket, is good. Eaton Ewing with the bucket.
got to understand why that timeout was taken, be able to slow this high-scoring Grambling offense down, because Grambling State is more than capable of going on a crazy run.
Eden Ewing with the ball.
Free throws up. It won't fall, and Grambling State headed back the other way.
Ivy Smith Jr. to Devontae Jackson. Now to Randolph. Ivy bounce pass inside to Devontae Jackson. Jackson, little floating shot up good. 23-19 now the score. 4:07 remaining in the first half of play. Etienne with the ball. Shot up, no good. Ball tipped around, finally brought down by Randolph. Smith, floating jumper, no good. Ball tipped by Randolph. Shot up, no good. Goes out of bounds, and it is off of...
They're going to say it's off of Grambling now, so Texas Southern will get the ball.
3:46 remaining first half play, 23-19 our score. Grambling on top. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Center, the Grambling Tigers on top of Texas Southern, 23-19. 3:46 remaining here in this first half of play. Tigers, of course, go to Jackson State next week. Should be a big weekend for them. They don't have any game on Monday, so just one game next week. Tigers on top, 23-19, 3:46 remaining here in the first half of play. Right now, the Grambling State University Tigers dominating Texas Southern in the paint, scoring 16 points, holding Texas Southern to just 8. And that's kind of what you need right now. You need to make sure that you are dominating on the inside with Trayvon Bunch and Devontae Jackson.
Absolutely. Those are two very big names, and some big names for some big guys. So, you know, with guys like that standing 7'1".
Yeah, I mean, you got some height over there. I mean, you know, you start taking a look at Prince Moss, he's 6'7". You look at Bunch, 7'1". Devontae Jackson, 6'9". 3:46 remaining here in the first half of play, and it looks like the officials are doing something over there with the rim in the backboard.
Well, you got to remember, I believe this is the same rim that got messed up in warm-ups last game on Saturday.
Yeah.
So now they're moving it back, and it's completely down. Trying to snap it back into place, I can only imagine.
I think something happened with the that last transition on the dunk. And now they're trying to straighten everything else out, making sure everything is in order. And not quite sure what the problem is, but I know there was a problem with that same goal after a dunk, as a matter of fact, on Saturday night.
And the crazy thing was that was a pregame dunk. It wasn't even an in-game dunk.
That's right. So 3:46 remaining, and we have a little bit of a delay here. Looks like that they, whatever it is, they may have the problem straight. I think they were trying to get the goal center is what they were trying to do. Well, we want to wish the world-famed Tiger Marching Band well as they get ready to participate and compete in the Honda Battle of the Bands this weekend in Atlanta, Georgia. 8 bands will be in competition over there. And Grambling has been selected to be one of those bands to battle for the best band in HBCU.
Absolutely, and they actually just came back from a parade that was happening in Shreveport. So they definitely are getting warmed up, getting ready to handle some serious business.
Yep, it was the Martin Luther King Jr. annual parade over in Shreveport. And while we have this opportunity, we want to recognize, of course, the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King with all the work he did. Plenty of programs that have gone on in North Louisiana and our entire listening area, celebrating the life and times of Dr. Martin Luther King. Eden Ewing gets a fast break dunk, or gets a dunk, I should say, off of a pass. And it's now 23-21. Grambling on top, 3:25 remaining first half of play.
Grambling trying to work the ball around, trying to find something. Moss goes baseline, back out. Jackson with the jumper, no good. And Texas Southern now heading back the other way.
Redis with the basketball. He goes in for the shot. Oh, no good, but a foul coming up.
Looks like that foul is going to be against Cam Christian, his second.
Redis, the freshman from Houston, Texas, at the free throw line. First free throw is up and no good. Cunningham back into the ball game, taking out Christian.
Second free throw is good, so now a 1-point ball game with 2:50 remaining in the first half. Ivy Smith pull up.
Good, just inside the three-point line on the right side of the paint. 25-22, 2:34 remaining here in this first half of play. Texas Southern now with the basketball. Eden Ewing out high now to Bryson Etienne. Shot up from 15 feet, foul coming up. That's going to be charged to Prince Moss, his second.
I want to take another look at that one.
Yep. Ooh. Kind of a tough call.
I didn't see anything where that would hinder him from coming back to the ground.
First free throw is up and good. One more free throw attempt. Trayvon Bunch now coming into the ball game, and he will replace Randolph. Second free throw up and good. Trayvon Bunch with the ball inside, got the ball knocked out of his hands by Etienne, and Prince Moss goes out of bounds with the ball, and it goes back to Texas Southern. Now coming down the floor with the basketball, Redis, the freshman from Eisenhower High School. 1:46 remaining in the first half of play. 25-24. Grambling on top. Etienne for three. Up. Rattles in and out. No good. And Devontae Jackson with the rebound. Ivy Smith Jr. tightly defended by Redis. Three-pointer by Prince Moss. Off of the Smith pass. No good. And here comes Redis. Oh, man, that's going to be a foul coming up. And count the bucket. I think that's going to be on Cunningham.
Yeah, that's going to be on Cunningham.
Second personal.
Tried to stay in front of him, but just couldn't.
Redis at the line. 26-25 the score now. 1:15 remaining until halftime. First free throw is up and good. 27-25 now. Grambling trailing by 2.
Cam Christian coming back into the game now. He's going to sub out Cunningham.
Ivy Smith Jr. with the basketball. Shot up, good! What a circus shot by Ivy Smith Jr.
I want to take another look at that one because I don't think you can get any more kind of spin on that shot right there. Ivy Smith, nice Euro. Able to come inside, hits the front iron and still has enough English on it to go forward and one.
Free throw attempt by Ivy Smith Jr. no good. He's probably the best free throw shooter on this Grambling Tiger basketball team. Shot up, no good, but a foul coming up on Grambling. Justin Hopkins is going to go to the free throw line.
Looks like that foul is going to be against Devontae Jackson, his first of the ball game.
First free throw up and good by Hopkins.
.27 our score now. 37 seconds and ticking.
Cam Christian now looking for Rent Moss. Nice pass to Devontae Jackson. He's one-on-one with Hopkins. Shot up and good.
Now if you're Texas Southern, you can hold for the last shot of this half. Shot clock's turned off, only 20 seconds left. And that's exactly what Texas Southern's going to do. Let the clock wind down probably to about 9, maybe 10 seconds before they start running something.
Sass is somebody that we haven't seen too much in the latter part of this first half. He's averaging 10 points, 9 rebounds. But as he ends, he's going to shoot a three-pointer partially blocked there by Cam Christian, and that'll do it for the first half. 29-29 is our score here at halftime. For our TV audience, we will take this timeout and be back with the second half. For our radio audience, we will take a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Grambling State University basketball and watching it live on the Sports Talk 97.7 and the GSU YouTube channel.
Grambling State University is the home of innovation, where influencers invest, where academics change the world, where we've been raising the bar for HBCUs on the field, in history, and in our community for more than a century. Join the next generation of world changers and innovation makers at the place where everybody is truly somebody.
don't know how to control themselves or play within themselves. So definitely have to be able to control yourself.
We welcome back our GSU TV audience, and of course, looking at some of the highlights in the first half. Well, I'll tell you what, Bryson Etienne, he was a guy that made a difference in the first half, and boy, Cam Christian lit up the crowd with a huge dunk in the ball game. And then Armstrong from Texas Southern University has been instrumental in this contest as well. So now the Grambling Tigers will start on defense here as Texas Southern gets the ball to start the second half. Just underway, 19:50 remaining here in the ball game. Eden Ewing led the team in rebounding in the first half. Texas Southern moving the ball around well, and the foul here against Randolph. Our high, and for Randolph, that'll be number 2, I believe. 3 on him. Rosas trying to get back into the ball game as well. He sat out quite a bit in the first half. Gets a rebound after the Etienne missed. Ooh, they're going to call a foul on Grambling off of the loose ball.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to go against Jackson.
That'll be 2 on him.
Just got his arm caught, not able to free himself up, so that is a foul.
2 quick fouls to start the second half of the ball game. And you see the Etienne going to the cup. Shot up and good. And finally, Rosas getting back into the ball game, getting the bucket, and it's now 31-29, 19-14 remaining here in the ball game. Randolph bounce pass to Ivy Smith. Nice no-look pass to Devontae Jackson. Goes up for the shot, misses, but he will go to the free throw line. This is where you got to make your money count.
Absolutely. You can see Devontae Jackson. He's angry with himself because he knows he's supposed to have those inside ones pretty much automatic.
2 shots here for Devontae Jackson.
See Bunch ready to check in.
This is the first free throw. (31-29) the score. 19:06 remaining here in the ball game. Second free throw, good. Etienne now with the ball for Texas Southern. He'll drive the paint, goes up for the shot, no good. Ball tipped around, finally brought down by Ivy Smith. Smith gets the basketball.
Inside blocked, swatted away, but it's going to stay here with Grambling.
18:38 remaining in the ball game. 31-30 Texas Southern on top. Cam Christian gets the ball off the inbound pass. Here is Cunningham with the shot. Up and no good. Ball brought down by Eden Ewing. He'll get the ball out to Jordan Andrews.
Now in the corner.
Shot up and good by Justin Hopkins. And it's now a 33-30 ball game. Grambling trailing by 3, 17:57 remaining here in the ball game. And Cunningham backdoor pass. And he gets the shot. It's 33-32 now.
Grambling State not trying to let Texas Southern run away with this thing, because they know if they run away with this thing, they're going to have to be playing from behind. It takes a lot more out of you to play from behind than play to stay in the game.
Shot up and no good by Rosas. And Ivy Smith Jr. with the rebound. 33-32, Grambling trailing, 17:23 remaining in the ball game. Now Cunningham with the ball far side, looking to Ivy Smith Jr. Trying to get in the pass inside to Devontae Jackson. He wasn't open. Here comes Ivy Smith, will drive. He'll draw the foul. Blocking foul charge to Texas Southern on the floor. Hopkins with the foul. His second. Armstrong comes in for Jordan Andrews. Grambling with the ball. Armstrong, I should say Cunningham with the ball. Now to Cam Christian. Christian to Devontae Jackson, 20-footer, good.
Grambling State now has the lead 34-33 with 17 minutes remaining here in the second half. Devontae Jackson has been working on that mid-range game as well as a three-point game all season, even before the season. Paying off right there.
Eden Andrews with the ball on the baseline. He'll come out. Now we'll pump it back out to Justin Hopkins, I should say, and Hopkins gets the three-point bucket. And now Texas Southern back out on top, 36-34, 16:37 remaining here in the ball game. Ivy Smith Jr. bounce pass inside of Devontae Jackson. Draws a double team now. Jackson goes up for the shot, no good. And Bunch has to be real careful not to go over the back. Eden Andrews had position on him. Now Armstrong with the basketball. Armstrong looking inside, ball tipped by Ivy Smith. Three-pointer by Etienne Good. Two straight three-pointers, 39-34 now. Grambling trailing by 5. 16:08 remaining here in the ball game. Head coach Johnny Jones from Texas Southern encouraging his kids. Cam Christian gets the ball to Cunningham. Texas Southern playing tough D now. Looks like more man-to-man. Nice pick set by Bunch. Ball thrown inside. Devontae Jackson couldn't handle it. Tipped around. Texas Southern comes away. Etienne at the three-point line. Now to Armstrong. He's defended by Ivy Smith Jr. Inside. Reverse sacks. Good. Now 41-34 the score. Timeout charge to Grambling State University. Dante Jackson wants to talk about it here as the Tigers from Grambling State University trail now by 7 points. We'll take a timeout here. 15:32 remaining here in this ball game. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hamdi Assembly Center. The Grambling State University Tigers trail Texas Southern University 41-34 with 15:32 remaining here in the ball game. A.J. Gaston now into the ball game. Cam Christian now the ball in between the circles, looking in inside, and a steal by Armstrong. And Armstrong is going to take it all the way in for the layup, now 43-34. I believe that's what, 11 straight for Texas Southern University.
This is exactly what I was talking about. Grambling State does not want to have this happen. They don't want to start falling and playing from behind.
Cam Christian with the shot, good. Foul on the floor as well. So that was after the shot.
It looks like that's going to be on Bunch.
So the foul is good, and then the basket is good. Then the foul on Trayvon Bunch. We have a media timeout on the floor, 43-36. Media timeout on the floor. We'll take this 1 minute timeout. We'll be right back.
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester.
Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be.
In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
.43-36 our score. 14:56 remaining here in this first half or here in this ball game. And the Tigers right now trying to make a little bit of a comeback as they are trailing in this ball game. Armstrong with the basketball. Shot is up, no good. A.J. Gaston, now to Cam Christian, to Ivy Smith Jr., near side. Waving through Cam Christian, that's A.J. Gaston. He'll shoot from the right elbow, up, good, nothing but net.
Grambling State trying to hurry up and get something going. Nice little stop and pop by A.J. Gaston.
They need that kind of production from A.J. He's looked at one of the leaders on this team. And that's going to be a carrying violation on Armstrong. .43-38 our score. Tigers right now on top, trailing. Ivy Smith Jr. with the basketball to Etienne.
Loose ball, Texas Southern comes away with it.
Oh, that's a good block there by Cam Christian.
Cross-court pass to Devontae Jackson.
Etienne with the basket, shot up, no good. Trayvon Bunch high up for the rebound. Here comes Ivy Smith Jr. Three, Cam Christian, in and out, no good.
And a foul coming up.
Foul is on Devontae Jackson.
At the line now for Texas Southern, this is Justin Hopkins. Redshirt junior out of Huntsville, Alabama.
Two shots here on the throws.
First free throw up and good.
And now coming back into the ball game, Prince Moss. He'll take out Devontae Jackson. 44-40 is our score. 12:52 remaining here in the ball game. One more free throw attempt here by Justin Hopkins. Ivy Smith Jr. now will bring the ball across the half-court line. He'll be defended by Bryson Etienne. Now to A.J. Gaston, Prince Moss.
Ball almost knocked away. It is knocked away, and a foul coming up. Looks like it's going to be against
Oh, they're going to call that on
Christian.
Cam Christian.
I saw that one. Didn't like it, but I saw it.
Yep. And really can't do anything about that. They're both going for it, but it seemed like when you were looking at it, Justin Hopkins really had a little bit of an inside advantage on the ball. And Cam Christian going to be called for the foul. 45-40 the score. Grambling trailing, 12:33 remaining in the ball game. Chris Baldwin back in the ball game now for Texas Southern. Inside pass the ball, foul coming up.
That's going to be on Christian again. That's his fourth.
He was in the same position the other night.
He was.
Against Prairie View A&M.
They needed him during a certain stretch of that game. So you can't have situations like this. This is another part of the game that Grambling has to do. You know, you can't get in foul trouble this early in the game, especially when you're trying to mount comebacks.
And shot up and good by Rosas, who really doesn't have a lot going, just 6 points on the evening. He's averaging a double-double, but gets two there, and it's now 47-40. Grambling now trailing by 7. Ivy Smith Jr. Etienne's going to be called for that foul. We have a timeout on the floor with this score. The Grambling Tigers trail Texas Southern 47-40. For our radio side, we got to take a 1-minute timeout. 1 minute, we'll be right back. All right, for our television side, of course, 47-40 the score, 11:59 remaining here in this ball game. Let's take a look at the men's basketball schedule. They've got Jackson State University coming up on Saturday, January the 25th. That's a 5:30 start. Remember, the women's game starts at 3, men's game at 5:30, and then Arkansas Pine Bluff on Saturday, February the 1st to start things off, and that will be a 7:30 contest. Women will begin at 5:30. On the 3rd of February, Mississippi Valley will be the next opponent. That's the last of a 3-game road trip, the longest road trip of the year in conference play for the Grambling Tigers. February 3rd, 7:30 p.m. And then home and home games with Southern University and Alcorn State. February the 8th at 5:30, and then of course on that Monday, February the 10th at 7:30 p.m. For ticket information, all you got to do is call the ticket office, 274-2625. 47-40 the score. The Grambling State University Tigers trail Texas Southern University. 11:59 remaining here in the ball game. And if you're Grambling, you just got to get stops and then you get buckets. But you can't, you don't have to take threes necessarily unless they're wide open and you got the green light. But I think that right now it's just Grambling getting back into their game.
Absolutely. You talked about, got to get back into their game, got to get back into their rhythm. It takes very little to get out of a rhythm. One wrong step and everything can fall off.
Grambling Tigers will inbound the basketball. Ivan Smith Jr. Cross-court pass to Prince Moss. Inside to Trayvon Bunch. Jump ball, and it goes, possession goes to Grambling.
8 seconds left on the shot clock, however. And
5-second call. Great defense. Oh, they're going to call a timeout. So they will get a timeout here. We'll keep it right here. Grambling could not get the ball inbounded. It's a 30-second timeout. And I believe that leaves them with one timeout for the game.
It's too early to have only one timeout, especially when you're playing from behind.
47-40 our score, 11:46 remaining here in the ball game. While I have an opportunity coming up, great program. April 16th through the 19th. It's the Black College Dance Exchange, hosted by Grambling State University's Orchesis Dance Company. Diane Maroney-Grigsby is the artistic director. The theme for this year's program, striving for excellence through dance, learning, social, and performance. They will have it's open to all dance teams and studios, open to all colleges and universities. They have all kinds of programs, including an opening parade, 2 technique classes, and 1 master class per day. They have all kinds of things, so make sure that you go ahead and you register now. For more information, you can go to www.gram.edu. That's www.gram.edu. And that's going to be a foul coming up against A.J. Gaston. That's his first personal, second. And now Texas Southern in the bonus for the rest of the game.
Definitely too early for all these things to be happening with Grambling, so now you got to play an even better brand of basketball.
Armstrong with the basketball, moving to his right. Oh, they're going to call a foul. That's a cheap call there. Looked like that somebody had knocked the ball out of his hands. Let's see where the foul happened at. Oh, it happened right there. Ivy Smith Jr.
A.J. Gaston stuck his hand in the cookie jar.
Well, it should have been on Ivy, though, because Ivy was the one that bumped him. But they gave it to A.J. Gaston. That means he has 3.
First free throw is up and good.
I don't have an argument that there was a foul, but I think that the foul was on the wrong person. When you look at the replay, Ivy Smith Jr. was the one who bumped Armstrong, and at the end, it was A.J. Gaston that got a piece of the ball.
You know, we're looking at it one more time. You're watching GSU TV. There was a bump kind of simultaneous, so it's kind of depends on your angle and what you see or what you feel happened first.
Free throw up and good. 48-40 the score. Grambling trailing, 11:30 remaining in the ball game, and Texas Southern in the 1-1 in the bonus now for the rest of the game. Ivy Smith Jr. looking now to Devontae Jackson. Jackson giving it up to Prince Moss to Trayvon Bunch. Bounce pass inside of Jackson, who draws a double team, now triple team. Ball knocked out of his hands, and Chris Baldwin comes up with the ball for Texas Southern. Now to Armstrong. Armstrong loses the ball. Here comes Ivy Smith Jr. Ivy goes all the way in, can't get the bucket, but he will draw the foul on Etienne.
You see Ivy Smith. Ivy Smith just has a knack for the game. He knows where every player on the court, whether you're on his team or not, he always knows where everybody is at the floor, on the floor.
Bryson Etienne with his second personal foul, and Armstrong getting an earful from Johnny Jones from Texas Southern University. Randolph coming in now for Devontae Jackson. After the free throw, you can expect Texas Southern to start moving down the floor. And the ball was thrown off of Armstrong back to Texas Southern off the missed shot and the rebound. Rosas now gets it to Etienne. Back to Rosas. Grambling showing full court press here.
And a 10-second violation. Grambling's bench was all over that one. So now they're talking about the 10-second violation.
Well, here's the thing. The shot clock was at 20. It is a 10-second violation. The shot clock was at 20, and they hadn't crossed half court.
Do you wonder if they were going to argue, well, the ball was in the air crossing half court?
Well, here was the problem here. The problem is that the official on the opposite side
Called it.
Well, yeah, called it because the one on the near side did not call that 10-second violation. If you're watching on GSU TV, you see the 10-second call right there on the referee on the other side of the floor. Ivy Smith Jr. now with the basketball. Now to A.J. Gaston. Casting nearly losing his footing, gets it back. Not a Randolph. Ooh, that's going to be an offensive foul. Are they going to call that a blocking foul?
Does not look like it.
They are going to call it?
Are.
Yeah. Rosas gets the foul. That will be his 4th personal. And so now back to the free throw line will be Randolph. First free throw is up and good. And for Randolph, shooting just 52% from the free throw line. Hits the first one and the second one, 49-43. 10:29 remaining here in the ball game. And Texas Southern is being pressed now. They get across the half-court line to avoid the 10-second call. Etienne's going to be called for traveling. Yep. Etienne took a deep step going one way and then put that other foot down before he had an opportunity to put the ball on the floor. And it's now Grambling basketball. 49-43 is the score. 10:16 remaining here in the ball game. Shot up by Randolph, no good. Rebound on the floor now. A.J. Gaston lost control of it. .49-43 the score, and now it'll be Ivy Smith Jr. inbounding the basketball under his own goal. A.J. Gaston lost control of the basketball, and Etienne comes away with it. Etienne is going to be called for the foul.
Nice job.
That's going to be 3 on him, I believe.
That's just a nice job by Ivy Smith being able to get into position, draw that charge. Far too many times you see a lot of moves when you've been playing the game long enough. You know a lot of players' tendencies. You know a lot of moves that are going to come. So Ivy Smith, a very smart basketball player, has a very high basketball IQ, knew what was coming and just stepped right in front of it.
49-43 the score, 9:41 remaining in the ball game. Now Cunningham, who checks back in and has the ball, goes in for the shot, no good, hard off the glass. Bunch gets the rebound though, and he gets down to Ivy Smith.
Seconds, 2 seconds, floater by Ivy, no good.
He was trying to wave Bunch down into the paint as well as Randolph. Armstrong to Etienne, now to Chris Baldwin. Shot is up, no good. And Randolph snatches the ball out of the hands of Eden Ewing.
Ivy's
shot is good.
Prince Moss.
Prince Moss gets the ball, goes up and gets fouled. And now he'll have an opportunity to try to complete the three-point play.
Kind of just threw it up there. Knew the foul was, tried to get continuation, so he did, and he gets the and one. So now he has a chance to cut this down to a one-possession ball game. Free throws up and good. Now we have a three-point contest, and Grambling State turning up the pressure full court. Ball finally crosses half court, now into the hands of Armstrong. Armstrong guarded by Ivy.
Yeah, that's going to be the matchup right there. It's Ivy and Armstrong.
That's definitely the matchup right now. Armstrong, 10 seconds on the shot clock.
8:30 remaining in the ball game. 49-46. Grambling trailing. Bounce pass to
3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Edmonds. Shot up, no good. Here comes Grambling. Cunningham with the basketball down the right side, far side of the floor. Back out to Prince Moss. Nice ball fake shot up, no good. But you got to give it to Prince Moss. He had everybody up in the air. And E. Ewing gets a long pass and in stride gets the layup, and it's now 51-46, 8 minutes remaining in the ball game. Next dead ball will be our under 8 timeout. Nice bounce pass inside. Trayvon Bunch. A nice alley-oop from Ivy Smith Jr.
Ivy Smith light with the ball. Knows where his man is. We've said it before. Just throw it up to Trayvon Bunch and he'll go get it.
Foul coming up on Ivy Smith Jr. as well as we move to the media timeout. First personal. We'll have a timeout on the floor. 51-48 is the score. 7:45 remaining here in the ball game. We'll take this timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching it live on GSU TV.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
At the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus at Grambling State University. Taking a look at the women's basketball schedule. Again, they'll go against undefeated Jackson State University. They're 6-0 on the season in conference play. That's next week. Then they'll take on Pine Bluff and Mississippi Valley, and Southern and Alcorn then coming up on February the 8th and the 10th. And of course, we want to thank our good friends at Coors Light for all of their support of Grambling State University athletics. 51-48 the score. The Grambling State University Tigers are trailing Texas Southern University. Dante Jackson trying to get the Grambling State University basketball team to the tournament, the NCAA tournament that is, and that would be for the first time in history. There was one other time, a couple of times, Grambling as an 8 seed under Bobby Washington played Alabama State in the SWAC championship game and did not get to the NCAA tournament, but did get to the finals. And so Grambling trying to become that team to get to the NCAA tournament after last year winning the regular season crown. Etienne from Texas Southern shooting at the free throw line. 52-48 now the score. 7:45 remaining here in the ball game.
Second free throw up won't go. Ball corralled by Grambling State, now headed back the other way, trying so hard to tie this ball game up. Still a lot of time left in this contest. Nice ball fake of Prince Moss, but just throws it away.
Mumford caught the ball on the bench.
Ivy Smith trying to say that it was tipped. Either way, Texas Southern basketball.
Of course, today is Coaches versus Cancer Suits and Sneakers Week. And you'll see teams throughout the country wearing their suits and sneakers, bringing more awareness to cancer and more. Look at that long three-pointer by Armstrong. And now it is 55-48, 7-point lead for Texas Southern. Ivy Smith Jr. for three. No good. Rebound by Armstrong. But that was a deep three by Armstrong. Inside pass.
Deflected, but Texas Southern still stays with it.
Cunningham nearly had a turnover there. Armstrong controlling the ball. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Armstrong with the floater, good. 57-48 the score. 6:31 remaining here in the ball game. Randolph with the basketball, gets it out to Cunningham. Grambling's gonna need a bucket here. Nice shot. Oh, Cunningham just couldn't make it go. Rolled off the back of the iron. And now Texas Southern trying to go up double digits.
Shot up, no good for Etienne.
And rebound by Trayvon Bunch. Etienne nearly had a steal. And a foul coming up. And that foul is going to go against Chris Baldwin. (57-48) the score. 5:40 remaining in the ball game. And seem to have a lot going on behind us there, sir.
Not sure if we have some Texas Southern fans behind us. Either way, they're probably on the wrong side.
Probably. Randolph shooting 52% for the game, or for the free throw line on the season. And he'll get another opportunity here.
Free throw, no good. Randolph come down with it, though. Texas Southern able to come down with it, though. Etienne too strong. Ivy Smith able to get the rebound.
57-49 to score. Grambling is trailing. Cunningham with the basketball. Cunningham going up. He faked it. Gave it off to Randolph. Now over to Prince Moss. He'll shoot the three-pointer. No good. And the ball comes down to Etienne. 5:14 remaining here in the ball game. I don't think we've taken our under 8 timeout yet.
I don't think so either.
Armstrong goes up, gets the bucket. Now they're up by 10. (59-49) to score. 4:59 remaining in the ball game. Cam Christian will check into the contest, replacing Prince Moss. And Armstrong now, 13 points. And Chris Baldwin goes up for the shot, and he's blocked, but he's going to draw a foul. Is that on Cam Christian?
I believe so. If so, let's take it.
Got the wave going on here at the Assembly Center. Cam Christian checked in and he fouled out.
So yeah, now that is 5 for him, so he is gone from this game.
That's the second game that he's fouled out in. A.J. Gaston checks into the ballgame for Cam Christian. In the meantime, Grambling now down double digits. First free throw is up and good. Free throw no good. Ball on the floor. Ivy Smith Jr. gets it. 11-point deficit now for the Tigers. 4:54 remaining in the ball game. Cunningham to A.J. Gaston. Ivy Smith Jr., he's defended by Etienne now. 11 left on the shot clock. A.J. Gaston for three, no good. Ball tipped, no good, and Chris Baldwin with the rebound. 4:32 remaining in the ball game. Grambling running out of time here. Still plenty of time left. Oh, it's going to be a pick. And Ivy Smith Jr. ran right into Baldwin. It was like he ran into a brick wall. No foul there. He was standing still. Cunningham goes and gets the bucket, cutting it to 9. There were a couple of folks that wanted, over on the other side, that wanted a foul call there, but Chris Baldwin was standing there. He did not move.
Did not move, did not do anything, and it
There's
happened
another
again.
This time he picked off Cunningham. Baldwin, a three-pointer, way off the mark. And Johnny Jones.
I'll let you hear about that one.
Yeah. Johnny Jones talking to Baldwin about what are you doing? He had 22 seconds on the shot clock shooting a three-pointer. We'll take a timeout, 60-51 our score. We'll take this timeout, we'll be right back.
Grambling State University is the home of innovation, where influencers invest, where academics change the world, where we've been raising the bar for HBCUs on the field, in history, and in our community for more than a century. Join the next generation of world changers and innovation makers at the place where everybody is truly somebody.
Now they have the ball. Cunningham, Ivy Smith Jr., Randolph, Devontae Jackson, and A.J. Gaston all in the game for Grambling. Cunningham nearly traveled, gets it out to Randolph. Still 16 left on the shot clock. Cunningham going in, getting the shot good. 16-53. Cunningham now with 10 points. Cunningham, Ivy Smith Jr., and Devontae Jackson all with 10 points. They got that high pick set up out there, and it's killing the guards.
Absolutely. And they know that their guards can outrun, or they feel like they can outrun the Grambling guards, especially if you just throw a pick, essentially a brick wall in the way.
Shot up by Rosas, no good. Randolph can't hit the bucket. Ball tipped out, and now Cunningham has it. They're getting rebounds, offensive rebounds, and that's one of the things that Coach Jackson talked about is getting second chance opportunities. As a matter of fact, they're out rebounding Texas Southern 36-27. Randolph, another rebound, shot up no good, no foul call, and everybody is just like, how did you not call that? .231 left to go in the ball game. Coach Johnny Jones telling everybody to slow down. Cunningham will come play the ball. Armstrong out top. 60-53 to score. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Armstrong.
For Armstrong, that's going to be his third.
That was a great play by Ivy Smith.
Yeah, Ivy Smith had to take one for the team right there. Armstrong came down full speed.
Got a quick announcement for you here in just a second. According to official Grambling State University Twitter accounts, due to a water outage, campus will close for operations and classes are canceled on Tuesday. For safety and security, repairs will resume in the morning. So repairs will resume in the morning, but no classes on campus tomorrow because of a water outage. Ivy Smith Jr. going up, can't hit the shot, but he draws the foul. He draws more fouls.
Because he's not afraid to go inside. You know, he's a very shifty individual, and sometimes when he goes inside, he knows, he's like a magician with the basketball. 1 minute is here, 1 minute it's not.
So fouling out of the ball game is Rosas, and he fouls out with 6 points. And he's a guy that gets in double figures every game. Well, if he fouls out of the ball game, he can't stay in there.
Now back into the ball game now for Texas Southern, Jordan Andrews.
Ivy Smith shooting 79% from the free throw line.
First free throw up and good. Second free throw good. Now we have a 5-point ball game with just less than 2 minutes remaining here in the game.
Etienne gets the ball across the half-court line. Armstrong with the ball. He's defended by A.J. Gaston. Johnny Jones telling him just to slow down. 60-55, 1:39 remaining in the game. Armstrong nearly losing the basketball, and the shot clock expires.
Excellent defensive stand by Grambling, but at the same time, took a lot of time off the clock. Now into the game now for Grambling is Mumford. His first action on the court. And a quick three.
No good. And Mumford did the same thing against Prairie View.
Exact
Mumford
same
did the same thing against Prairie View.
And a tie-up, but they're going to call it a foul on Gaston, and that's Gaston's fourth.
$60-55, 1:14 remaining. Mumford has got to slow down the shot selection. You got plenty of time. It's 60-55, and that's what Coach Jackson was telling him, is that you didn't need the three-point bucket there.
Not at all. It's so very early in the shot clock. A defender clearly in his face.
Free throw up by Armstrong is good.
You just don't need those shots right there. I understand you're down and you want to get back in this game, but you still have a lot of time left in this contest. That shot was not needed.
And that's something that Johnny Jones was fussing with Chris Baldwin about before he went out of the ball game, is you cannot take those shots that early in the shot clock. Ivy Smith with the ball. And he draws a foul. And that's going to be our Armstrong, and is that 4 on him?
Looks like it. Yep, that's his fourth.
And Ivy Smith, who shoots 79%, will be at the free throw line. First free throw is up and good. Just a reminder, we have been told that because of a water outage, campus will close for operations and classes are canceled for tomorrow.
Second free throw was up and good.
Oh, nearly a steal there by Ivy. And I don't think Coach Jackson wanted that foul just as of yet. Randolph with his fourth. So Gaston with 4, Randolph with 4. Cam Christian has already fouled out of the ball game.
Playing a very dangerous game.
Now Grambling with the basketball.
Mumford takes another three.
Still too early. Why is he taking those threes that early in the shot clock?
And
now Cunningham has to foul.
Coach Jackson not happy with that three-pointer either.
You get a bucket there at 64-59, and then you get a stop on the other side. 47 seconds, still time left, but man. Bucket is good. Well, coming into the ball game, Kevin Granger Jr. And give you a little history on this young man. Kevin Granger, well, his dad really. Kevin Granger is now the vice president of athletics at Texas Southern University, but he's also one of the most standout players in the history of Texas Southern University. 1993-94 season as Ivy Smith Jr. goes in for the shot, no good. Ball tipped around and goes out of bounds. But Kevin Granger and Kenny Sykes were in the top 5 in scoring in the nation in the 93-94 season. Willis Reed at that point in time, who was doing scouting for the New Jersey Nets, I should say Larry Wright as well, they came out to see these guys because they were tops in the nation. And so now his son has a chance to play on this basketball team, a team that, of course, now he's the athletic director of. Kind of an interesting story.
Very interesting story. And
jump ball, possession, Texas Southern.
Possession still stays with Texas Southern. Still a 65-59 game with 30 seconds left.
But you get those 4 points instead of 2 3-pointers. Now you got a 2-point ball game.
Very right.
Wow, that's going to be, that's a block on Ivy Smith. It's going to be 3 on him. Third personal. Just a reminder that campus will be closed tomorrow. They are going to be resuming repairs, the water outage that's going on campus. I'm sure it's more than just the campus as well. Free throw is up and good by Jordan Andrews, 6'5" graduate student from LaPlace, Louisiana, transferred from South Alabama.
AJ Gasson with 3.
No good. Cunningham now will take the 3. It's no good. Trayvon Bunch will get the dunk. Shot up, no good. They're going to call that foul.
And that's a late foul. That's a very late call.
Well, Johnny Jones is after the official on the other side because he didn't make that call. It was the official that was trailing actually made the call, and it should have been the official who was actually ahead of the play. That's fair for Johnny Jones being angry about that because he should have made that call. 66-61, shot is up and good. And Granger hits the shot. 68-61. Offensive foul charge to Cunningham. And Coach Jackson saying no foul. So the Tigers have now lost 3 in a row. After starting off 3-0, they're now 3-3 in conference play as they lose a tough one here, 68-61 to Texas Southern University. We'll take this timeout. When we come back, we'll talk to head coach Dante Jackson. 68-61 the final score. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and GSU TV. 2-minute timeout. We'll be right back.